Hi, I'm Kenneth Weidster. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photography talks. So today I want to talk about gear. Specifically, the little Leica Mini, a little leather case. This is another one of these point and shoot cameras I ended up picking up. So I told you the story of the Yashica, so actually there's more to that story. There were two cameras left. They were each marked 125. The Yashica was 125. This one was 125. I said, I'll give you 60 for both. And they said, okay. It has an on and off switch. Makes a horrible motor sound when you turn it on. And it gives you very little control. It's got a mode button for flash on, flash off, or automatic. And it's got a self-timer. Again, this isn't the kind of camera you buy because you want any control, because just like the other cameras that have no ability to set your film speed, this is a DX coded camera. You put the film in, the film cartridge has a little code on the side of it, and it tells the camera what speed of the film. And there's no way to lie to it unless you want to modify that code in some way, which is not the easiest thing to quickly do. It's a simple Elmar 3.5 35mm lens. I like that focal length, 35mm. 3.5 is pretty common for these. You don't see a whole lot of 2.8s on the small point and shoots. And this is a Leica brand. And they made some Leicas that were kind of like, if you see them, they almost look like they look like a Vivitar camera. Because they look like they just rebranded their Leica onto other bodies. And those cameras aren't worth very much. But for $30, I'm going to run a raw film through it. And then I'll see if I want to keep it for, take around to a party kind of a camera. But I usually carry a bigger Leica, so I'm not sure I would use this all that much. But again, I couldn't turn it down. That Yashica and this 2 for $60. It also cost me $10 for a battery. That's the one thing about these kinds of cameras, is you have to invest in expensive batteries to see if they even work. And I was taking a little bit of a gamble with both of them, knowing I don't even know if they work. But I know that this is a Leica, and this will resell for more than $30 if I don't end up keeping it. And I can't afford the little Leica Minilux that I like. Those are going for several hundreds of dollars. And then I have a Contax T3. So, is that a T3? Yeah, I have a T3. So I don't really need a multi-$100 camera. And $125 I wouldn't even pay for this. And it was only because it was left over at the end of that estate sale and nobody else paid that $125 and they didn't lower the price, that it was available to me to pick up at the end for $30. That's the Leica Mini 35mm 3.5 lens, quality glass, considered a decent shooter. I need to run a raw film through it and see. But like, you know, if I ran a roll of black and white 400, which has a little bit of latitude, and I shoot it in situations where I know I'm not going to, you know, point it at a bright light where I know it'll be fooled by the light. If I point it at subjects where I know it can handle it. And it has a shutter speed. I don't know it offhand, but I'm sure it goes down to a quarter of a second or a half a second or something slow. And you could probably put this on an end of a table at a bar, hold it still, or put it on self-timer so it'll shoot itself, and fire it. And if it has to shoot at a long exposure on black and white film, you might get some subject motion, but the bar's not going to move, the bar taps aren't going to move. You can still do something with a black and white film in a small little camera like this, and that's what it might be good for. Or again, you're going to a place where you're going to have some sea spray or some kind of rain or some kind of weather that you're not really sure you want to take your big Leica. All right, take this. The Leica Mini, 35mm 3.5 Elmar lens, beautiful little leather case. That probably cost $30 back in the day. All right, that's today's photography talk, a little gear talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. Have you found any good deals lately? They're out there. They keep showing up for me. If you can support, hit the Patreon. And thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. We'll talk photography again soon.